Turn it on, turn it on. Oh.
Maryland over there.
Alright, here we go.
Well, at least before the Ebola thing, we used to hear a lot about bullying. And this is not what this story is about. It's about self-humiliation. Okay, so it's 1972. My parents just got divorced, and I moved to Gary, Indiana. I thought that at least I might get a little applause for Gary, Indiana. But apparently you've all been there.
Oh, work it.
So as a kid, as an 8-year-old kid, this was kind of great. Moved into this huge apartment complex, which I think today I would recognize as subsidized housing. And the best thing about being in Gary, Indiana, and having the type of parents that I had was I was able to run wild. They really like to do their own thing. So, fantastic. There were a nice group of kids there, and I remember going out all hours of the night, playing kick the can, seeing what kind of mischief we could get into, and there was a lot. But it was a good group of kids. I also remember, on the other side of the coin, there was a family who was so good to me. They would pack little picnics and take their kids and myself over to the dunes. We spent days at the beach. And the third thing that I remember about that summer in Gary, Indiana, was roller skating.
Yeah.
Roller skating.
Roller skating!
All right, now I feel the same way. And I loved the lights, I loved the energy. My parents loved it because they could drop me off for 3 hours and not think about me. There were no cell phones to deal with, and if they forgot to pick me up, who cares, outside, out of mind. Maybe I'd get a ride home, maybe I'd be able to have a sleepover with one of my friends. But here's what I remember about the roller skating rink in Gary, Indiana. There was one particular boy. He was an older man. He must have been at least 14. You know, the feathered hair. He had absolutely perfect clothes. Polyester button-down shirt with a nice big collar. Yeah, one of those fancy belts. And he just glided around the ring. He would do all those tricks and the turns, and wow. Every time I went to that roller skating rink, he was there, and I was delighted. So now fast forward, it's kind of headed toward the end of summer. I'm going to be returning to Mishicot, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, good. One holler about Mishicot, Wisconsin. Green Bay. Hey. You know. What about Two Rivers, Wisconsin? There you go. There you go. Skating before. They have a certain time when the lights go down and the girls are offered the opportunity to invite a guy that they've been thinking about, that they've been watching, to roller skate with them for this romantic dance.
Yeah.
That time came. Summer was ending. Would I ever see the kid with feathered hair again? This is my opportunity. So I mustered the courage. At this time, he had migrated from the rink area to the game area. And surrounding him were his bodyguards and his entourage.
Yeah.
Perhaps they were just friends, but that was my idea because he was such a star. And so I thought about everything. How am I going to deal with the humiliation when he turns me down? I don't care. It's my last opportunity in Gary, Indiana at this roller skating rink. So I start skating over there. I carefully step off the rink area onto the carpeted area and then over to the pinball machine. At which point, I slip onto the side and slide underneath it. Now, a lot of things could have happened at that point. him, surrounded by his friends, could have looked at me and just laughed. But you know what he did? Silently came over, grabbed my arm, helped me up, and said yes. So, you know, we can think about the bad things in our lives, but I prefer to think about the angels. The people in our lives who have the ability, it's low-hanging fruit, they can squash us like a bug and leave a deep impression. And then there are those angels who are happy to save face for you.
Yeah. Yeah, Amy! Who loves giving up for Amy?